afternoon, everybody. It is Meteorology H-Weather Forecast, guys. Welcome back to the video. Hope you guys are all doing your wonderful Thursday afternoon. You're probably wondering why I'm so happy. I'm actually so happy because today was my last day of school. Now it's officially winter break, so I get to post a ton of videos. And yeah, I don't get back till January 6th. So it's gonna be a long, fun ride talking about major storms, major all that. But yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be a long 2 weeks. But yeah. In this video, we're going to be talking about two major systems that can cause huge Christmas travel issues throughout two major regions. I already talked about one, the major tropical system like rainstorm. Then we're going to be talking about now a major Sierra Mountain snowstorm that's going to be causing a lot of snowfall issues, a lot of snowfall otherwise. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. We've been getting a ton of new subscribers, guys, within the past couple of days. We're still gaining every single day, and we're not far from 1,955. Also, be sure to share the channel to any friends and family, and it's actually very important. So if you have any friends or family that are in the southeast or the western United States, this will be really important for them to know exactly. If you're going to travel in these areas, be sure to watch out. But yeah, without further ado, let's get in this video. So we're going to be looking at the National Weather Service. We do already have a couple of flood advisories throughout areas near Mississippi and near Louisiana, and then we have a ton of winter storm warnings throughout northwestern Montana, far northern Idaho, and much of near Olympia National Park, and also much of northern and western Washington. Again, we also have the flash flood watches affecting your Portland, Eugene, and also Seattle. And we also do have a couple high wind warnings, as we are going to be seeing very strong winds. And we also do have a couple advisories. Let me actually just get this out because we also are seeing some winter weather advisories throughout Washington, Idaho, and Oregon into Montana. But again, this is what we're seeing in National Weather Service. Not really much. I'm actually speaking through the National Weather Service really because we have a ton of things to talk about here, and I don't want this video to be too long. But again, by 48 hours, by the next 48 hours, this is later into Saturday, we are going to be starting to see this really heavy rain throughout areas into New Orleans. Going to get some very heavy rain into Jacksonville and even Gulfport. And then again, we also going to be seeing this snow throughout areas right here. We're going to see this incredibly heavy snow near British Columbia. Going to start having incredibly heavy snow throughout areas right here into Washington. Again, you're probably wondering, not many people are going to go there for Christmas, but actually a lot of people go in cabins in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho for Christmas. So a ton of people go there. So it's also going to cause issues throughout people who want to make their way to Seattle, who want to make their way through Oregon. So yeah, that's exactly why. And then as we get now to the next 60 hours, this is Sunday morning. This is when this rain is becoming a lot more widespread again. It's going to cause a lot of huge travel issues because I am actually traveling through this. I'm going to be traveling all the way from northern Georgia into South Florida into Miami. So I'm going to be driving the worst of it basically for this system right here. Again, by Sunday morning though, it's going to continue to bring in rain. So by Sunday morning, I'll be like right here near Atlanta, near Macon. So yeah, I'm going to be getting affected by the whole trip basically. And this is going to bring incredibly heavy rain throughout near Mobile, Gulfport, and starting to bring some rain near Huntsville and Atlanta. And then again, into the west, we had this huge band of snow throughout all the way into the highest elevations from the Sierra Mountains through Washington. Gonna start getting this snow into areas near the Sierra Mountains. As we now get in the next 72 hours, again, this is still Sunday. I'm going to be continuing to drive through the worst of this again. Guys, this is going to bring incredibly heavy rain throughout Florida into the Panhandle area and Big Bend area. It's going to bring a ton of heavy rain. It's going to be like a tropical downpour. And look, at Monday morning, we're going to be seeing this heavy snow getting to near Lake Tahoe. A lot of people go near Yosemite and Lake Tahoe for Christmas. And then we also have a lot of snow throughout areas into northwestern California and southwestern Oregon. Again, look at this. This kind of looks like a hurricane in my opinion. And we're going to be seeing flooding rains throughout Savannah, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, areas near Columbus, Georgia. Going to start having some heavier bands arriving into Atlanta, Georgia, into Gainesville, Georgia. And still by Monday, we're still seeing some snow throughout areas into Nevada. And it's still going to have some rain throughout the Sierra Mountains and Rockies. And it's still going to continue to bring a ton of heavy rain throughout the southeast. Like, this is not going to be some light rain. Like, it's not going to be at all. And then again, by Tuesday, we can have a major system to the west that could also cause major, huge issues throughout areas into the western United States, of course, and This is going to be a huge issue. This is by Wednesday. We could be seeing a major snowstorm that's going to be causing huge threats for travel, because a lot of people also go near Colorado, also Utah. A lot of people go skiing also for Christmas in the West. So this is definitely be a huge threat as you're going all the way there. It could definitely be icy in the higher elevations. And then by Thursday, which is actually after actually we go to Christmas Day, we can actually maybe see some snow throughout the Rockies and maybe into the plains, and then it should be mostly over. So again, this is we'll be talking about before Christmas, not during Christmas. For the GFS radar, this is before the 4:30 update. We're gonna be looking at what we have here for this new system. Again, the new update. It's a new update right now. Everything here is new compared to yesterday. So again, this is by Sunday morning. We'll be seeing these first bands of this rain to come throughout areas near Gulfport. It's going to be arriving very heavy. Going to bring in very heavy rain for New Orleans, Gulfport, Mobile. Also very heavy rain throughout Pensacola, and then starting to bring some showers throughout areas near Valdosta, also Montgomery, and even Jackson, Mississippi. As we now get into the next 66 hours, this is later Sunday, we're going to start to see this rain becoming a lot more widespread. As you can tell, it's getting very widespread very fast. We're going to start to see our heavy snow near Panama City. Here's near Tallahassee, starting to see some more rain action near Valdosta, also Gulfport, and then we're going to see this huge amount of rain. This is like a massive system right here, the low pressure system. It's at 1,011 millibars. It's going to be dropping to 1,006 by later Sunday. Again, I'm going to be driving through most of this, and it's going to be very heavy throughout Central Florida, which I have to drive through, or we had to drive through. This can bring incredibly heavy rain throughout Central Florida near Orlando, and incredibly heavy rain near Jacksonville. Here we have this low pressure system hanging out here, bringing a ton of rain near Montgomery, a ton of rain near Pensacola. Start to leave Louisiana, going to bring very heavy rain there for Macon, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, areas near Rome, Georgia, and as we now get into later by December 23rd, that's going to be continue to bring a ton of rain near Savannah, Georgia, a ton of rain for Charleston, and then just look at this massive system. Like, this was going to affect much of Florida and much of the southeast. Going to start bringing some rain down to North Carolina. Heavier rain now arriving near Myrtle Beach, which actually has a couple of people out there that come for Christmas. Now we're going to be looking at the western United States here for the GFS radar, and as you can tell, in the next 6 hours, we're gonna start to see this snow out here into the areas, into the basically the Rocky Mountains and Sierras. We're gonna start to see some very heavy snow again. Some people are actually gonna be traveling today. Like, a couple people got out of school early to start traveling. So in the next 18 hours, we'll be seeing a ton of snowfall throughout areas into the Washington area. We could be seeing blizzard conditions. Also, a ton of snowfall throughout the Rockies and Idaho and Montana. And then again, this is by Friday. As we now get into Sunday, this is when we had a new low pressure system off the western coast that's going to bring a ton of snowfall and rain fall throughout areas into the western coast. San Francisco can be seeing a ton of snow or rain, and then we can be seeing incredibly heavy snow by Monday morning throughout areas near for much of central Oregon. Also, we're going to start to see that snow arriving near Lake Tahoe. That's going to, again, by Monday morning. As we now get into Tuesday, we'll start to see again the action throughout the western United States. Going to start to see that snow throughout Casper, Wyoming, areas near Yellowstone, and maybe even areas near Salt Lake City. And then again, as we now get into Thursday, it will be over. We can maybe see a huge snowstorm after Christmas. But again, that's what the GFS is now showing. Now we're going to be looking at the snowfall totals throughout the GFS. But yeah, as we now get into the next this is why Christmas Day. So again, we're not going to be talking about after Christmas, of course. We're going to be seeing what we have before Christmas. Again, we're going to be seeing a ton of snowfall throughout these areas. Look, like in northern Washington, can be seeing more than 4 feet of snow. This is what I'm saying, guys. It's going to be huge. There's going to be huge driving issues. Like, it's going to be almost impossible to drive, or close to, or actually impossible to drive through this. Same thing for near Olympia. We're going to be seeing up to 3 feet of snowfall again. Also going to be seeing some very heavy snow throughout the Sierra Mountains here in California, to around a foot of snow near areas near Lake Tahoe, and also going to be seeing around 3 feet of snowfall throughout northern California. And then we could be seeing a ton of snowfall actually for northwestern Montana and also north central Idaho. Going to be seeing up to 15 inches of snowfall to 32 inches of snowfall. And then we have a good amount of snow throughout here for Idaho and Oregon with up to around a foot of snowfall. And then we could be seeing a little bit of snowfall throughout the areas into the Rockies, and we could be seeing a good amount of snowfall throughout Yellowstone, up to 8 inches of snowfall, and then a couple of snow accumulation throughout Nevada, up to at most a foot of snowfall for very small areas, but mostly around one, or mostly from around 3 to 5 inches. And then we could see a couple snow showers out here into Colorado. Now we're going to be looking at the total accumulated precipitation, because we're seeing a ton of precipitation. Look at this. Like, this is a ton of rain throughout areas. Also going to be seeing up to 9 inches of rainfall throughout these areas. Are going to be seeing up to 4 feet of snowfall. So that is a big chance for ice. Looks like areas near Seattle can be seeing up to half an inch of rain. Looks like areas throughout much of the West Coast can be seeing up to 3 inches of rainfall. Looks like only San Francisco and the other areas will be seeing less than an inch. Now we're going to be looking at the rainfall totals for the southeast, and again, this is also going to be very high. This is by Wednesday. This is Christmas Day. Again, look at this mass. This is all this is going to be over by then. And just look at this, how big this rain system is going to be. Again, going to bring less than an inch throughout New Orleans, maybe only an inch and a half at most. Looks like areas near Pensacola can be seeing up to 4 inches of rain. Looks like Montgomery will be getting around 3.5 inches of rain as well. Looks like Birmingham and Huntsville will be seeing less than an inch, or maybe an inch at most for Pensacola, throughout areas near Huntsville. And then we're going to be looking also again throughout Georgia, can be getting a ton of rainfall. Looks like Savannah, Georgia will be getting up to 8 inches of rainfall. That's incredibly surprising for one system. Sometimes we don't even see this amount of rainfall throughout areas of tropical storms. Like, this is crazy. Also, looks like Macon, Georgia, on the other hand, will be seeing around 2 inches of snowfall. Looks like Valdosta, around 4 inches. And then we have a ton of snowfall also throughout southern Georgia. And then throughout much of central Florida, we'll be seeing at most 5 inches throughout the eastern coast. And then we could, again, not really much throughout southern Florida. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And bye, guys. And then I'm going to try to have another video later today. Bye.